My man Corey.
What's going on?
Dude, we were going to come up with a spontaneous intro.
I thought that was pretty spontaneous because I usually do them.
This is true.
Hey, everybody.
Okay, Corey. Do you want to start it?
Sure.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody.
Go ahead.
Hey, everybody.
Is that how I sound?
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Trailside Dukes show.
That sounds like one of these guys.
That's right, eh?
I can't do that. I'm not Canadian.
No, you're not, eh?
I do have some Canadian currency in my wallet. Actually, I have more Canadian currency at the moment than I do U.S. currency.
Loonies, toonies, 20s?
I got 20s.
Some greenies.
Yeah. Is that what they
And
call
they're
them?
see-through, right? Pull it out. Let's look at them.
It's in the car. I don't carry it with me during the show.
Not much preparation on your part, eh?
Is that what they're called? Greenies?
No, I just made that up.
Oh,
Next show, let's pull out some Canadian money.
okay.
Okay.
We can do that.
Let's do it. Corey, what do we got lined up for today?
Well, we've got a little FCS update for the playoffs. We've got some NFL action that you want to talk about. What else?
We got a fun question of the week.
Yeah, we do. It's a good one.
Okay, well, let's roll.
What do you want to start out with?
FCS, baby.
All right. So, first weekend is in the books for the playoffs for
Yep.
FCS. We've got a lot of our teams in the Big Sky that had byes, so they were just waiting to see who they'd play, and so we have the matchups now. And who does Montana State get out of the gate here? They get UT Martin. I think that's University Texas. Martin.
They're probably not ranked really high, right? Because Montana State's number one.
They're number one.
So good luck.
Could be a cold
Good
day
luck in
Bozeman. Yeah.
Yep.
Hard place to win.
For sure. For sure.
They've got a good team, a good crowd.
When you got a warm weather team coming to a cold weather, I mean, we'll talk about the Packers-Dolphins game later,
gosh.
Corey. Thanksgiving evening.
Here we go.
And it really wasn't that cold. It was in the 30s. But yeah, Miami really didn't put their best
We'll
foot.
talk about that later.
Okay. So yeah, Montana State, you know what I mean? We got U of I against Lehigh.
Yes.
Yeah, where's Lehigh?
I don't know. That one I don't know. I don't know where they are.
We gotta find out.
I do know that
We gotta find out, Corey.
I do know that they upset Richmond last weekend. So
Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
It's a bunch of Pennsylvania
Lehigh.
boys. They're going to play hard.
Lehigh football rules.
Yep.
Remember that quote from,
yeah.
I think it was Billy Madison or something, right?
For sure.
So they're playing in the Dome.
Yep. Second round. I've already read a few quotes. The U of I can't take them lightly. Last year they kind of lost to.
They lost to Albany last year from the East Coast.
Yep.
So got to be ready.
Got to be ready. I'm sure the Dome will be packed with a bunch of Vandals fans, and go Vandals.
Hopefully we get an invite from our buddy. Maybe we could be there.
Maybe so. Maybe I already got an invite.
Oh, I see. Okay. Let's move on. University of Montana. They get a tough one.
Traveling to South Dakota State. Jackrabbits.
The Jackrabbits. They're usually pretty good. They're the 3 seed, I think, in the tournament.
I watched the U of M game against Tennessee State, and it was pretty exciting. It was Thanksgiving break, so they didn't have the stadium packed like they normally do, but it was still pretty well attended and fun game. Montana's got a bunch of weapons and stuff, you know what I mean? And Coach Holgate called it. That quarterback that he talked about is starting now, and he had a pretty solid game. I thought his decision making was pretty good. Some good solid throws, and their special teams. They ran back a kickoff. And they're a good team. It's if they can beat South Dakota State,
wow,
hey, watch out.
That'd be huge.
That would be huge.
That'd be a big one.
That would be a fun one to watch. The other Big Sky team, NAU, they're out.
They're out. They didn't score a point last week.
Didn't score a point.
Shoot,
you can't win if you don't score a point.
That's hard.
It's pretty hard.
Yeah.
I don't think it can happen.
So there we go. There's the Big Sky crew.
I can give you a quick rundown of the NAI playoffs just for the regional teams.
Sure.
Montana Western, which is ranked really
Bulldogs.
high. Yep, in fourth place there. They won their game. They routed the team, and so they're moving on. The other team from the Frontier League, Montana Tech, lost.
And, I've been wondering about that.
If you watched our last episode for I'm Mad, you'll probably understand a little more. But
it was a good I'm Mad segment. You were fired up.
I watched the second half of that game. They were down 14 points, and to Tech's credit, they battled back in. And then, in the last couple minutes, they're marching the ball. They get it on the other side, and their quarterback goes for it all and throws a pick.
Oh.
And they run that pick back like 40 yards, get back into Montana Tech's side of the ball, march it, another 20 yards, whatever, and then last second field goal.
For the win.
Walk-off field goal win.
Oh, how do you think Donkey 1 and Donkey 2 felt about that one?
Well, I don't think they were real happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I'm hoping that they're thinking about maybe taking down signs or something.
I think
maybe
so.
Montana Tech
they were
signs.
pretty
Since
quiet.
Their season is over.
So fun stuff, fun playoff football time. In Division I, there were a lot of big games. You know what I mean? Huge surprise with Ohio State losing to Michigan.
Yep, they missed a couple field goals during the stretch. And
both
just
quarterbacks
on
both sides made bad decisions, but Ohio State
so many
made
picks.
Worse in the red zone, couple picks.
A lot of red zone turnovers by both teams.
Did you see, and we might have to find it and show it, Corey, did you see the mayhem at the end of the game when Michigan went to plant their flag?
I haven't watched a lot of college football games this year. Busy on the weekends and everything, but that was one that I kind of watched with Kobe while he was home.
Yeah.
And it's one of the biggest rivalries in the U.S. when you say it, like between colleges. I mean, it's a historical rivalry. So that's one I tend to watch, especially if the game's close.
A lot on the line.
Yeah, and pretty interesting. I mean, Michigan's won like the last 5 or 6 games against Ohio State.
Yeah, Coach Day, you know what I mean? A lot of people have said, do you fire him? I don't think you fire him, right?
Yeah, they were the number 2 ranked team in the country, and you lose a bad game.
A coach does a great job during the season. They, like you say, they're ranked high, right? And they have a good season, and then, you can't control kids. You can't control any athlete, pro or whatever. And, was it preparation? Maybe, but I don't think you fire him.
Well, both teams were in great positions in the red zones, bad turnovers, right?
Bad.
That's not the coach's fault.
Yep. Miami loses to Syracuse, another big upset.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Go Qs. That was fun.
Lots of shaking up in the playoff picture for the teams that were in it.
I'm glad Oregon's still doing well. You know what I mean? Boise State.
They've come along.
Their
pretty
running
well
backs
this year.
in the discussion about getting the
Heisman.
Heisman.
Yeah.
So Judy, you know what I mean? No.
Judy
was the Broncos game.
Yeah. Other Broncos. Denver Broncos.
Why am I brain farting his name? BSU running back Ashton Jaunty. Judy Jaunty. So that go Boise State. Fun to have another regional team. You know what I mean? As a Vandals fan, it's hard to cheer for Broncos, right? But
who do we hate?
I think even a lot of them.
Boise State
For sure. That's old school. So should we jump into some NFL?
Yeah, let's do it.
We kind of alluded to the Browns-Broncos game.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. So I kind of watched in and out and then got some stuff. And, I was a fan of the Broncos quarterback, Bo Nix. When he was in college. I watched a bunch of Oregon games, and I was like, God, this guy, and he kind of fell in the draft, and I was like, oh my gosh, he's really good.
You mentioned it last week that you thought he should have been picked higher.
Way higher. But good for the Broncos, and I like him. He's a winner, and he's a rookie. He's gotten like the last 3 rookies of the week, because he's playing really well, and the Broncos are winning. You know what I mean? And they had a nail biter against the Browns.
Both teams aired it out last night.
There were some
big passes, crazy plays.
That one Nix throws out of his end zone,
right from the 8-yard line, right down the middle. Boom!
Yeah.
Nailed that guy.
Yeah, and then shoot, the Browns moved it too. Kind of an interesting story with that Judy guy playing for the Broncos for 4 years, coming back, and I guess he got booed on every catch.
He said, "I wanted to beat."
Oh, he was showing it too, right?
Yeah,
like telling him.
Yeah,
it's pretty funny.
He had over 200 yards receiving. It was a huge game for him.
That was a big game for your fantasy game.
It got really close. Kobe was up by 40 points, and the guy we were playing against had Judy. Who almost had 40 fantasy points.
Crazy.
And so, luckily, we had the Broncos defense.
Oh, you got 2 touchdowns out of that.
Going into 2 minutes left in the game or something. What was it? A few minutes left in the game. We just could not. We were only up by 2 points. So I was texting Kobe. I was like, as long as we don't see that guy get the ball again, we're going to be okay. And then all of a sudden, Broncos end up with a pick 6. And so Kobe's team was fine after that.
My fantasy team beat Odie's. We crushed Odie's team.
Wow.
I'm telling you, I've been riding the wave with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Have you?
Oh, yeah.
Well, their offense has been on fire, but their defense is horrible and causing them football games and a playoff spot, in my opinion.
I know.
It's bad.
Yep, but fun to have quarterback, receiver, Chase.
You doubled up on points.
And the running back. We've rolled that the last few games.
You got Brown off waivers or something, didn't you?
Yeah, they're good.
Probably, yeah.
It's a good threesome. I've never done that before. I've had a quarterback receiver combo.
You usually don't want to load up too much with one team. You want to diversify your portfolio, right?
Right. It's like a mutual fund, right?
Yeah.
But man, when you got 3 really good ones, they're doing well. It's fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for
Chase,
you.
Burrows. I like Burrows.
What does Odie have a bunch of Cowboys or something, or what's going on?
Yeah, he had a few Cowboys.
Oh, dang. I'm sorry.
Poor Odie.
Okay.
But yeah, speaking of the Bengals playing the Steelers, I watched some of that game, and again, like Russell Wilson, man, he's in a rhythm with the Steelers. He's in a rhythm. He's just
doing well.
He's making smart choices and good throws, and they're using him the right way.
I said it a few weeks ago, it's a resurgence. The guy is lighting it up there.
Coach Holgate's happy.
Yeah,
the Steelers are doing well. Montana won last week, so he's happy.
He is.
Yeah. And then, that Packers-Dolphins.
We don't have to talk about that game.
Thanksgiving.
Nobody watched it.
Well, you're mad because you're a Dolphins
I didn't even watch it.
I know, that's why, because you knew they were going to lose.
Yep. I'm not gonna sit there on Thanksgiving Day around my family and get ticked off.
Well, I'm biased, but all the stuff that I've seen. Very happy. All the stuff that I've seen is Packers are kind of moving up in
their defense is starting to step it up.
People are saying
5 sacks on the Miami.
They're impressed with their physicalty, both on both sides of the ball.
Yeah,
O-line, D-line, like Holgate said,
you need that
big time. And man, they are getting real physical. So it's going to be interesting coming down here in the stretch.
Yeah,
because Packers play Detroit this week.
That's what I was going to.
That's going to be the thermometer. For sure.
Where's that game at? I can't remember.
I think it's in Detroit.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, that'll be a test for the Pack.
For sure. We'll see. Yeah, if the Packers start winning, the coach for Detroit, he might just suit up and come out. I'd be afraid. He's kind of scares me. Yeah.
Well, are you not worried about Minnesota at all or something?
Is there a team there?
There is.
Oh, not really.
Not at all. They've got Daniel Jones now as their backup.
Remember, he'll probably be starting next week.
Because you don't know who their quarterback is.
Well, I know, and I don't know who their quarterback is, but I have heard the rumorville that Rodgers is looking to be with the Vikings. He's going to follow
Really? All of a sudden they're going to be loaded with quarterbacks.
Brett Favre retires from the Packers, go to the Jets, and then to the Vikings. Same thing. Rodgers is going to do the same thing. Vikings, they like to get former Packers players. They got Aaron Jones and stuff. They like to have that aura of a winning team play for them. And then
later on afterwards.
Well, Brett Favre took him to the NFC Championship. They lost to the Saints, and that was the big game where some coaches put some money out on who could knock Favre out of the game and stuff.
Yes, I remember this.
But they won the game fair and square. But I totally can see that Rodgers does the same thing because who's the Vikings they change quarterbacks all the time.
Sticking with quarterback talk. And I think it's an interesting team to look at. I want to ask you, The Atlanta Falcons. Like, what do you do? Cousins just threw 4 picks this last week.
Yeah.
And
he was a good quarterback for the Vikings.
What do you do? Do you move? Because they got Penix sitting there, right? Pretty good.
But they got a lot of money. They got a lot of money.
I know.
Well, the Giants had a lot of money in their quarterback, and
they
let
cut
him
bait.
go.
They cut bait. They didn't want to make a Cleveland Browns mistake.
Oh my gosh!
You know. So I was just I wanted to know what you think. Like, you think they're just going to stick with Kirk because of the money thing?
At least another year.
They're still kind of on top of the NFC South.
Oh my gosh!
At like a 6-5 record.
Terrible division. Yeah.
So
yeah, who knows?
Could be interesting. Maybe they give them another week.
I don't know. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay, moving on.
Yep.
Should we talk a little college basketball?
Yeah, I think you wanted to. You're getting excited about going to an Eastern game, and
it's been a few years since I've been at
back from the Bahamas,
Eagles.
So we can talk about both teams if you want.
Let me jump in with Eastern.
Yeah.
So excited! I got my good buddy Brian. We're going to the Eagles game tomorrow.
Eags.
Go Eags against North Dakota, and super excited to see my man Andrew Cook.
You're going tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Wow.
Yeah, baby.
Midweek game for you. Look at you.
I know. Well, it starts at 6, so that's
going to
nice.
be a late night for you, buddy.
You know, I'll still be close to my sideways
They
time.
get crazy over there.
I've been to a few games
Eagles,
over there.
nuts.
Oh my gosh,
insane.
I bet for
like
sure.
Carroll to the 4th power
For sure, dude. I'm going to be cheering on Cookie. I'll have a Cookie sign,
dude. Do you want to wear my Letterman's jacket? I got my Eastern Letterman's jacket you could wear.
No.
It'll keep you warm.
I don't want to wear it.
It'll look great. You'll look like a true Eagles fan.
No.
I've got other Eagles stuff if you want to wear it.
Maybe.
Okay.
We'll talk. But yeah, so, and the cool thing about their basketball team, I mean, they almost beat Utah the other day. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Andrew Cook scores 23 points.
He lit it up.
Yeah. They're, for a Big Sky team to battle like, Utah, super fun. You know what I mean? They were right there with them.
Looks like it was close, 77-73, but
yeah,
they lost.
Dude, at halftime, 48-47.
The Utes won 88-80.
Yeah, but at halftime, 48-47
in Salt Lake,
in Utah.
Yeah,
super fun. So go Eagles and go Cookie. Let's go. I'm excited to see them. How about your stuff? What's going on with the Zags?
Well, they played down in the Bahamas. They play in Atlantis. Like, there's this arena down there that they play at. Friggin' what a spot to go play some ball, right?
For sure. Aquaman hangs there all the time.
Right. So they lose a tough first round matchup against West Virginia in overtime. So then they have to play in the, I don't know if you call it a loser's bracket, consolation bracket, whatever.
Another bracket.
But they won the rest of their games.
Yeah.
So did pretty well, but good
Who ends up winning that tournament?
I couldn't even tell you. I didn't pay attention. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But they ran the rest of them. So they're
Keep
back
talking.
home.
What's that tournament called?
Battle of Atlantis. This weekend they're going to be playing Kentucky over in Seattle.
Ooh.
So they play a good Kentucky team that's been rolling lately, and they're going to call that the Battle in Seattle. So that'll take place at the Climate Pledge Arena where the Kraken play.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Are you going?
I thought about it. I don't think I'm going to go.
Okay.
Nope. So what do we got? West Virginia beat Arizona, it looks like.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Was that the big game?
West Virginia to place third. So West Virginia ended up being third. So that's not too bad for them after beating the Zags.
Yeah. Not bad at all.
So yeah, after Kentucky, then they'll get back to having a couple of games at home. I think one's against like Bucknell, and I can't remember the other one, but a couple of home games. So that'll take us in through the mid-December, right there.
Oklahoma won. They beat Louisville.
Oklahoma.
69-64.
Boomer Sooner.
Okay.
That's what they yell in Oklahoma.
Okay.
Boomer.
Well, go Zags.
Sooners.
That'll be so that's Saturday.
Saturday, battle in Seattle against Kentucky.
Fun. Okay.
What else we got? Question of the week.
Question of the week, Corey.
This is a good question of the week.
Corey, and to our fans.
Yes, everyone.
For sure.
This is a good one.
Corey, to the world.
To the world.
What is your best burger joint? Like, you know what I mean?
Favorite quick stop?
It's a quick stop. You're going out. You're coming from Spokane. You're coming to do the podcast. You had to eat dinner. Where'd you eat at?
I stopped at Zips tonight. I had some choices, right, on the way home.
You had a lot of choices coming from Spokane.
I like Wendy's. I chose Zips because I was feeling like I needed a Wrangler. That's my go-to burger at Zips. You know what the Wrangler is?
It's been a while.
It's like this square bun, right, that you get, but you get 2 patties, bacon, barbecue sauce, cheese.
So that's like a
barbecue bacon.
More than a quarter pounder. It's a half pounder.
Yeah, it's a half pounder on like a loaf.
Let me see your belly.
You're looking at my butt. That's not my belly.
Well, that's where it went to.
Oh, boy.
Oh, jeez.
Gee, okay.
Okay. And a bucket of fries.
Large fry. I get a bucket if I have somebody with me. But you got to get a large fry and tartar sauce. Yeah.
You dip your fries in tartar sauce?
Their tartar sauce is good.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You don't do fry sauce?
I got one thing of fry sauce, but I sometimes dip my Sammy in there.
Oh, you diversified.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, I mean, for us in the Northwest, I like stopping at Zips if you have time. They'll make it fresh for you. Well, I don't know if it's fresh, but they make it for you right after you order it kind of thing, right? Made to order kind of burger joint. But, hey, there's a lot of good ones. I mean, Dick's in Spokane is a great one. If you want a bag of burgers, you can go to Dick's.
Yep.
That's a good one. I used to love, it was more of a drive-in one.
Do you eat at Dick's a lot?
Nope, I don't. Every once in a while.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good to stop there and grab a bag.
Why not?
So, what are some of the places you like?
Okay, so
do you like Dick's?
It's been a long time. I think Jack and I took him to camp. It was Washington State camp, and we rolled through there and picked some of that stuff up. But that was years ago.
They do a good job.
For sure. You know, a lot of our travel has been going to Montana, but it's like we stop in this gas station kind of outside of Missoula, and they have great deli food there. So the sandwiches, so it's not really fast food like what we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've been. I think when I was coaching, there was a time there where I was every now and then getting fast food here in town, and I loved the Arby's, like, they had like a specialty sandwich.
Yeah.
And I would get like the, it wasn't really a BLT, but Arby's had, I remember doing it for a few weeks. It was like this, I just loved the specialty sandwich at Arby's. I don't know if they still do that.
You had it rolling.
I don't know if they do that anymore.
Now, are we talking burgers, or are we just talking, you're talking like kind of
I know
fast
you're
food?
talking
Arby's
best burger joint.
Yeah,
you know,
what's yours?
So,
give me the burger joint that you like.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just been such a long time. I mean, when you're a kid, it's always Big Macs, right? Or, you know, McDonald's when you're a kid, and then you kind of outgrow it.
I'm not a big McDonald's fan
Not
anymore,
as an adult.
You know?
Not as an
like
adult.
Like, you know, an In-N-Out's pretty good. If you're hungry, In-N-Out's great.
Traveling, you know, California, Arizona, this and that, I do say that we go out of our way to go to an In-N-Out burger.
Yep.
It's a fun place. Yep. It's super fun.
Or a
and they're
fat
tasty.
burger.
They're tasty.
If you're down in Texas.
Five Guys has kind of got a good burger.
Yeah.
I've had Five Guys. It's been
good.
a while, but they're fun too.
If you're in Texas, Whataburger is
never been there.
Big in Texas.
Moana?
Moana.
Like,
what a burger.
Moana.
But if you say it fast enough, it sounds like Waterburger. Whataburger.
Okay.
That's what they do.
Okay.
Yep. So that's a big franchise down there.
Sweet.
Lots
what
of
about a
Whopper? Lots of
Whopper?
good place. I used to love Whoppers
So
when I
did
was
I.
in high school. They were only $1.
So did I when
The
I
good
was
old
in high
days.
school. Yep.
$1 for a big Whopper. I could get 1 or 2. I'd probably get 2. I was
couldn't
hungry.
pay my wife enough to go into it because sometimes I get nostalgic. I'm like, Jess, let's run it.
Let's
She's
go
like,
rip
nope.
a Whopper.
Yeah, you couldn't pay her to go in you know what I mean, to go to Burger King.
Yeah.
Couldn't pay her. She hates it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's lots of good ones out there. I used to like kind of this drive-in one in Spokane called Wolfie's. Old classic burger joint diner kind of thing.
Yeah, fun. Rogers. You know.
Yeah, Rogers has good burgers.
Yeah, kind of fun Coeur d'Alene place. Get a burger.
Yep.
Okay.
Lots of good ones.
So let us know your favorite burger joint. What do you think is Nick's favorite burger joint?
I don't know. He kind of seems like a Zip.
Seems like actually, we used to mountain bike with his dad at Beacon in Spokane.
Yeah.
And we had this tradition is after we'd ride, we'd go to Zips. It was super fun.
I miss there those we days. Go.
He probably is.
My guys.
I kind of think of him as a Wendy's guy too.
Really? I like Wendy's.
Oh yeah.
I'll pick up a Dave's Classic any day.
Dave's Classic for sure. Okay.
Well, what else do you have?
That's it, man. Let's plug some merch and let's rock and roll.
Hey, you got the shirt on today.
So do you. Same one as you had last week.
We got. I know. How'd that happen?
Are we in some kind of time warp thing?
Ooh, that's a. You want to sing Time Warp?
No. Although that song did come in my head.
We got coasters. We got shirts, hats, candles.
Dude, the Trailside Dukes Santa.
Yeah, you want to get a Trailside Dukes figurine.
Dukes Santa, glasses, t-shirts, hats, stickers. Yeah, get some decals.
There you go.
Decals.
Make sure you check the links in the description for the episode, and you can go right to the shop and get what you need. There's even a pickleball set there, Tony.
Sweet.
I know.
Okay.
Hey, if you like what you're hearing, share it with your friends and family. We appreciate you. Like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so we're not leaving you behind. And
go Packers.
Go Miami Dolphins. Let's make a run here, boys.
They're out.
It's probably not going to happen. I know.
They're out.
And keep your sticks on the ice.
Yeah, baby.